Thanks for sticking with us. Of course, Wednesday means it's time for Valk Talk, and Andrew Valk is back to continue highlighting the spring and summer annual flowers. We've got a very nice spread here, all different kinds of things this morning.
A little bit of everything. Yeah, we do. Just want to continue to talk about the spring and summer, enjoyment. Again, these are really good for color for a multitude of reasons. You get the enjoyment. It's an annual flower, one that it comes a seasonal plant, so it doesn't come back year after year. You plant it, it dies off in the dead of winter, or you bring that inside in the dead of winter. And also the main importance of annuals is a pollinator source, because that's what gets flowers to bloom anyways, is a pollination cycle happens. And these are really good for pollinators. So it's always important to have some form of annuals in your garden bed, whether it's a physical container around your landscape as a whole, or physically like a long landscape bed. So just start small, or start in some scale and work from there. Last week I talked about the portion of fertilizing.
Gotta have your food.
Gotta have the food. These are critical. Fertilizer is critical to get this array of color throughout the summer months, especially in the dog days of summer. These are granular, so you kind of shake in here. So the good thing about these guys, what I personally like about these, and really what I try to do a lot with these, is you apply it at the time of planting. So again, you plant your plant, let's say here, you mix in the fertilizer at the bottom of the hole or throughout the mix. So you just put a little bit at the time of planting. So as you're digging your hole, again, 2-in-1 step. Mix in the soil, put it underneath, fluff it all the way around, and as the roots grow deeper, it gets to that fertilizer in those dog days of summer months as an established plant. Then it sucks up more nutrients to provide blossoming power. Same thing is, there's 2 different types of fertilizer. I won't go too much, but try to get a more slow release fertilizer works better. And that's what this one is technically, this pink bag. Technically, this one's not as slow release, but still very, very, very applicable. So just as a little quick tidbit on fertilizer, don't overlook it, especially if you want this array of color throughout the season.
Let's talk about the maintenance aspect of things with the flowers and plants that we have out here. East Tennessee, it's not a foreign idea to us that we might go, a week sometimes during the summer without rain. Mm-hmm. So how can you manage that? What's the watering schedule? What do you need to do with that? Yeah,
the good thing about plants, there are more drought-resistant plants and more that just provide a lot of textures. A good kind of quick tidbit, this guy, he is a purslane, so he is a more drought-resistant plant of an annual. Also with this lantana right there, lantanas are also drought-resistant too. So again, that's a good option to pick from. So you can highlight more of drought resistance. When in doubt, you can also put a little bit of mulch on top. The best thing about water coverage is you want to water deeply. So don't try to just water this at the start. Very quickly. Get your finger, dig down deep in the soil. If it feels wet at the bottom, then it's time to water. The good thing about annuals, you really can't overwater unless you have a clogged soil mass underneath. So if you have really good drainage, good quality soil, water will percolate through and just hold in the soil mass.
And that makes it pretty easy there. And it's just a nice variety of flowers here. Yep. Some of these are very vibrant, but then you've got some of the more subtle ones kind of mix in.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, we talked about a little bit before about this coleus. If you want to talk about texture, coleuses are very foolproof. One of my favorite flowers, truthfully, this is a Kong coleus. You get your color from the leaf. That's all it does. It technically flowers some, but the good thing about coleuses is very, very low maintenance. It'll grow. If it gets too big, you can prune it off. It'll regrow from it, especially with fertilizer. And 2, the coleus can take full sun, get a little leaf scalding with that, but they can also take full shade. So very well applicable. I always use coleuses in my planter beds or my container gardens just because they're so foolproof and they're extremely low maintenance plants. So don't overlook the coleus family, and a lot of different colors on the leaf texture.
Yeah, I love the purple. Very vibrant there. Well, Andrew, thank you once again for joining us. That does it for Valk Talk. We're back with today's Consumer Watch.